so well in that test, at that point we know that, okay, well, we need to reinforce that in the lesson.
And just a question of terminology, what do you call them to the boys? Do you actually say their assessments?
I thought you were calling boys. So different names.
We usually would just call it a test. And
there's no need for them to know it's an
no,
assessment.
they don't need to know it's anything major. And we just say it's just a bit of a test that we're just going to see how you're getting on. We don't want to make a huge, big deal out of it, really, for them.
Any other questions?
So they don't know which group they're in?
No, they won't have a
clue. So nor do we. Okay.
The boys don't care. They just need to get it done. That's all they see. I need to get this done before I can do something else.
It's a nice way for them to go and see the other classrooms as well. I know in reception they had rotation.
We had phonics groups as well in reception, and it worked really well because you could really cater for those boys' needs, and it just meant you could really get down to what they needed to
Don't
get
read
to.
too much into it.
But
so with the groupings, do you actually then break them out and you do your teaching to each of those groups separately?
yeah.
Yeah.
So some of the boys from my class might go to Mr. Coe
Right.
and have their phonics lesson. Yeah.
My son's very concerned with the badges situation. I just wanted to ask, is it still the same number of house points they need to earn?
Yes.
Is it still 50? Yes, he's been asking me about it when he can wear his badges. So, and do you have anything else in the classroom besides that to reward behaviour and effort?
Stickers.
Just stickers.
Yeah, stickers again.
Okay.
Yeah, they love the stickers.
Great.
I mean, at the moment I don't have sticker chart. I know you've got a sticker chart.
I have star charts and table points.
On which days of the week?
Well,
She's new. It's initiation week for her.
no, I mean they have star charts, so they get as well. I
Yes,
mean,
okay.
it's worked very well in the other schools I've taught in. They get a little star chart each, and across the term they can get stars for lots of different things. And at the end of the term, the boy with the most stars gets a little prize, a little present. They like that. And then we also I do table points, where they're whatever table they're on. They've named their own table teams this week, so we've got some bizarre stuff going on there. And then what they do is they get, that's a team building thing, because they're not only thinking about themselves, they're thinking, we can get a point if we're quiet on this table, if we keep it tidy. And then they get a little sort of gummy bear or something. It's a team, the table with the most table points on a Friday. I get a little, Haribo. Right. But if they really are allergic, they have a problem, then I can do a Smartie.
They have the answer.
Sorry. But they love it, and it really works. They love it.
But each teacher will do something different in their class. So stickers or sticker charts.
Class
or
mascots.
that kind of thing. Yeah.
We've got carrots in one class.
They get cucumbers and
And they really want to win this.
They're dipped in chocolate.
You'll be surprised how quiet your boys are when it's snack time.
Are they not past the stickers now, do you think?
no, they're not. They absolutely love them still.
I find it difficult.
Put them a stamp on the face.
Much about that.
Anything else?
Some schools use the web-based math programs.
Mathletics.
Or MathWiz, which I've also seen. Do you use that as well?
We do. From year one.
For
So
this
this
year?
year. Yes. Is year one, right?
Yes.
Yes, your son will get a login from Mathletics. He will be able to log on anywhere in the world when he's got Wi-Fi. So you can do it from anywhere. You can do, teachers can set if they're doing addition of 2-digit numbers. They can set an activity on the Mathletics website. So your son can log on, but he can't do anything before he completes the task. Once he's done that, he can play against people in Australia, New Zealand, South Africa. Obviously South Africa is the worst. They're really good, so you will never win. But, but you can do it against anybody and you will be on a ranking system. So we had boys that were number 5 in the world in their age group. Schools can get a ranking depending on how many of the boys play and when they play. So we encourage them to do it at home. This is reinforcement. Also, if you've got Golden Time or extension exercises, they can go onto that site and do that. We've got Education City, we've got Purple Mash, we've got
Espresso.
Espresso, and I'll talk about the learning platform in a few minutes.
You give them the username and all that.
Yes, we will give it to you. Yeah.
We're already registered, so how do we register Falcons so that our points go towards?
Unfortunately, because of security, we will be allocated by Mathletics.
Okay.
So your son will be in the school, will be linked to the school account.
Okay.
So unfortunately,
But use that one.
he'll have sacrifice.
But he's got a head start. He's got a head start, so you can go and do them more quickly.
I've done it against kids that are 7, 8 years old, and yeah, she was number 1 in Singapore.
Athletics.
She was
I thought I was keeping up, but what exactly is golden time?
Golden time.
I've not heard it, that's a new one.
No, they won't get it anyway.
So golden time is sort of like
I don't get
a choosing time. So it's a bit of fun. They can have it's a release at the end of the week if they've had a good week. But it's not just running around going bright. They'll have Lego. They have jigsaw puzzles. They can colour. It's just something, a release for the boys.
But that was last year, right?
Yeah, last year.
This year we have it. It's called Golden Time.
Last year was it free flow?
Free
Yeah.
flow we had.
Oh,
Yeah,
Yes,
free
that's
flow
what-
or choosing is probably what we called it last year. But this is just, it might only be for half an hour rather than for sort of most of the afternoon or the whole day, which is what it was more like.
But earlier
Why
free
don't
flow
they
is
get
also
it?
assessed.
Yeah,
Observed.
yeah. In reception, they were observed whilst they were doing their free flow, so what they were doing, whereas we wouldn't be doing that during this time.
I was just asking why they don't get it.
It's not that they don't get it, but we could take minutes off their golden time. So it's a very good thing
Oh, I
to
see what you
threaten.
mean. But it
If
is
you're with me,
there.
you're going to miss 2 minutes of golden time.
I remember that was always,
Yeah.
you know, but
Yeah.
really important to him during the week was
Yeah,
that he had
golden
golden
time
time to look
on
forward
Friday
to.
afternoon, yeah.
Just their little bit of downtime.
Yes,
I guess.
exactly.
Yeah, no, it is.
Yeah.
In DT, do you do cooking at all with the children, with the boys?
We look at fruit, and they did last year.
That's what they do.
No, and what they did last year is they did actually make, if I'm right, they made their own healthy snack bar. So we did actually do a little bit of cooking. My cooking's not great, so I can't see how much cooking that is. But they do a little bit, but it's not cooking as a sense of
Because you
food
don't
tech.
follow the national curriculum, so you can choose your
Yeah.
own cooking.
Over to Mr. Bears with the learning platform.
Yes. We will be trialling something new. We're not actually going to try this, we have to do it. It's coming from Alpha Plus. That's the easiest way of doing it. We've got a website, and on the website you will find lots of stuff. What we are trying to do now is making the website more interactive, so it's going to be a completely new thing. I don't know if anybody has used the learning platform before. It's an interactive website. A lot of state schools have done it. It was originally done for the state schools to make communication easier. Because we're so good at communicating, we never used it. So we will be doing it now. On there you will find all the information you will get on the website. That is more tailored towards parents in school instead of parents from out of school who want to know what we do in school. So newsletters will go onto the learning platform, which you will have an individual logon and password. So we will issue that on the 19th, unless we can think of some good excuse of not doing it and postponing it to the week after. You will be able to log on to the parents area, and with your son's login, you will be able to log on to his, which now you might also be able to log on to any class from nursery to year 8. So we've got one site for every year group. We're not doing individual classes. Just in case if you've got twins, there's a few in school, you don't have to log on to 2 different ones. You can just go into one, and all the information is on there. So you will get things like, you might get homework on there later, you might get newsletters, reminders for school trips. If your son's done something brilliant, we can put it on there. We can record school events, school trips. There are schools that have done live feeds. For instance, we could have done this. You could have sat at home with a pint or a glass of wine, and you don't have to sit in this